guys, I'm back. My phone got hot because it was hot information. We're going to continue.
All right, so picking back up, I think one of the most important things I want to get across is when we watch and pay attention to the times. You know, we got a lot of stuff going on in the black community right now. We got systematic issues, deep systemic issues in the policing of black America, right? You know, we're still led to think in the job market, in you know, even in the religious community, which is an area back in the day of slavery, was what we stood on to keep ourselves whole as a people, or an attempt to keep ourselves whole. But we got numbers of things in terms of the way some of these institutions have been set up. We've lost our way. We've kind of lost our way to understand still the connections. Okay, I think I kind of lost track.
No. Take your time. Take your time. This is a chill podcast. This is my podcast. You take your time, okay?
All right. So when we look at historic and systemic racism, the part that we fail to realize is not to continue to feel like a victim, you know, but find the ways and the means to unite as a people in order to move and weave through the systems.
Right.
Okay, so one idea that I do want to pass along is the fact that economically, with this coronavirus right now, we have, as a people, have literally been targeted
for sure.
with this virus.
Oh, yeah.
And there are some mechanisms, I believe, this is just my theory, that are weaved into the design and fabrication of this virus that is nanotechnology against people of color.
I don't doubt that.
Okay? All right, now that's just my theory.
No, but I don't doubt that. I think there's some truth to that.
Okay, and then too, there may be some statistical reconfiguration of some of those numbers too, to lead Americans to think that is mostly just black people or people of color dying. That may not necessarily be true, but let me show you what I see as an issue. Number one, there's something called Agenda 21. Agenda 21 is a plan. It's a 350-page document owned by the United Nations. And go and look it up for yourself. It's a plan to decrease the population by 90%. All right? So it's not going to matter what color you are, you know? And the idea that, say, with our president, his base is mostly white supremacists. You know, he's trying to pacify that group of people because there's a lot of anguish in that group of people, a lot of hatred among that group of people. And they want it to look like, okay, somebody's at fault because, you know, we got coal mines in West Virginia and people ain't got no jobs. White folk ain't got no jobs. Or there's disparities among the white race because of black people or people of color. You got the Hispanics and the Mexicans coming in and taking the jobs. Blacks are taking the jobs. You know, when in fact manufacturing in some of these cities where a lot of Trump's base is, they're poor because of the same system.
So it's really, I mean, it's colored with some things, but some things are just class-wise.
Right, but you keep focusing the idea on white privilege. As long as you can focus the idea on white privilege, it'll pacify that group of supremacists, or you know, the Aryan nation, or all them cats, Nazi boohooos. But here you go with understanding the mechanisms of how our people should function. You know, we find all kind of ways to criticize each other. You know, we always talking against each other.
We do.
Always.
Willie Lynch.
Always. Willie Lynch. And don't
Yeah.
ever stop for a split second and question our own judgment. We're so quick to be the white man's boo-boo to clown. Okay? I hate to say that, but
it's real talk.
I deal with it all the time. All the time. And until we come together, because the system is going to drown us out in that Agenda 21 plan. They're going to get rid of us first and gradually work their way into the white community. Because artificial intelligence is the goal.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I already heard plenty about that.
Okay, so what is artificial intelligence? It's not just faster internet, faster cell phone speed. No, they're going to put these 5G towers, as many as they can get, because number one, the makeup of these towers and the way the frequencies move, they move at shorter distances. So they have to have more towers. Even though the strength is stronger, the signal is stronger. But when they place those towers in your neighborhood, outside your child's window,
oh, bruh.
Okay, the carcinogens.
That's facts.
Okay,
Cancer causing carcinogens.
Yep. Yes, but the other side of the coin, which is not talked about much. We look at 5G. There's Huawei, who's in some deep shit. United States is trying to suppress.
Spit that real now.
Okay, suppress the movement of artificial intelligence from China. But China has such an advantage on us in technology.
Oh, we're behind.
We're way behind.
I've been through that. Yes,
we're way
sir.
behind.
Yes.
Okay, so let me show you where things are headed. They're gonna get rid of us and other people of color, so the white race can feel like they got an upper hand in the job market. They're gonna move the most smartest ones into higher levels of technology. Okay, so the coronavirus has pushed people out of work. They're finding out now through this test project, I call it.
Which is what they're talking about, Corona?
Yeah.
That actually kind of sounds like almost like they're trying to chip you already.
Oh, well, there's a fact in that with the vaccinations, but there's another piece in terms of the economy and the job market. So they're finding more virtual types of work that people can do from home. So to get in your car, put gas in your car, to get in your car to go to work is going to be a thing of the past, because this progressive quantum leap that's being taken is partly due to Google has found an accelerated way to store and move data. There was a formula that came about recently, and in order to move information at the quantum leap that they wanted to, it would have normally taken 1,000 years for information to get to that progressive place. But they have found the secret code to move information. If you ever notice, when you look at Google or anything on your phone from the internet, the words have become a little smaller. There's a little bit more compression and being able to stack more and more data.
It's almost like kind of like a zip file or kind of something like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So they've condensed a lot.
So it's using the same principle.
Same principle, but moving faster, trying to move everybody faster. Well, it's going to create a lot of poverty. The fact that people won't be able to go back into their regular professions like they used to unless they can work from home, or some of the regular service-based, on-the-ground types of jobs like transportation.
Physical jobs. That a lot of people have most of the time.
Exactly.
That people don't appreciate. And I'm going to say, first off, I really appreciate the people that fast food workers, people that build our roads, things like that, man. Like, a lot of people look down. Yeah, all that stuff. I appreciate y'all. I mean that. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I don't never look down on nobody based on what job they do. Tow truck drivers, anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that. Respect.
Absolutely. Well, in the meantime, they've got to figure out a way to get rid of us. If you ever get a chance,